Hey guys, it's Ashley and welcome to my channel Mothering by Grace. For today's video, I am going to be sharing all of the books that I have pulled out for the month of February to use in our homeschool. A lot of these are Charlotte Mason inspired. There may be a few that do not quite meet that criteria, but they're kind of wintry books and I feel like I need to use them now because, I mean, winter's almost over, so I might as well pull them back out and see if my kids gravitate to them or enjoy listening to them. So that is what I'm going to share in today's video. So like I said, a lot of the books that I'm sharing today, they will be Charlotte Mason inspired because we have recently switched to a Charlotte Mason inspired homeschool. I don't want to say we are like Charlotte Mason purists because first off, I don't even know enough to be a Charlotte Mason purist. However, a lot of these books are living books and they are definitely in line with like the Charlotte Mason philosophy. So if you are also following a Charlotte Mason approach, you may really enjoy these books, and if not, they are just really good books anyways to have in your homeschool. So hopefully it can just give ideas for like read alouds or other literature that can benefit your children and your homeschool. So yeah, let's get into all of the books now. The first book I want to share is our devotion. I don't really think this is very like Charlotte Mason per se. I think Charlotte Mason would definitely prefer to just be reading from the Bible, which we will definitely be doing, but I do like to have a little devotion, and so this is the one we are reading. We started it at the end of last year, but we didn't get to like all of these first devotions, and so we started it again in January, and it is just the Grace for the Moment 365 devotions for kids by Max Lucado, I think is his name. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments, but yeah, so this is the devotion that we are using. I will say, I mean, I do like it, but I do find the devotions could maybe be a little deeper, but I mean, for my children, for their ages, it seems to be working, and we do have discussions about it and everything. So that's our devotion that we are using. And then we also read from the Bible. This is my oldest daughter's Bible. We do read from this, and I also have her do copy work from her Bible, and then like memory work and stuff, and so we definitely do pull out her Bible for that. So the read aloud that we are currently working through is Little House in the Big Woods by Laura Ingalls Wilder. We actually have the second book to this as well, the Little House on the Prairie. So we are probably going to finish this, and then we are going to move on next month probably to either Little House on the Prairie or the Chronicles of Narnia. I'm not quite sure. I guess it depends how we like this devotion and if we want to continue, or not devotion, read aloud, and if we want to continue reading it or take a break and read something else. But basically, this is our read aloud for the month of February. We might finish this before the month, but I am just going to give us until the end of February to actually complete the book. So yeah, this is our read aloud for the month. So we've gone through some of this book before, but we haven't made it completely through the book, and it is the Everyday Graces, a Child's Book of Good Manners. We started this before, and they are definitely, the stories in here are definitely really good. And so because we haven't finished, I just pulled it out again, and we are going to be reading through that. Now, we probably will not get through this in the month of February, but I'm just going to read it until we do go through it. I actually wanted this book for so long and had it saved on my Amazon list. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to have it. And yeah, like I said, we had pulled it out before when I first got it, but we just didn't finish it. So I figured I may as well pull it back out so we can just get into it again. So the next book that I have in our homeschool basket for books we are reading this month is this Emily Dickinson Poetry for Kids. As I said in my homeschool update, I am definitely not like a poetry tea time mom. At least I've never gotten into that sort of thing as of yet, but I have purchased this book. I had purchased this book a few years ago, but we just never read it. We just never opened it. And so I decided to pull this back out, and even if I don't necessarily like poetry, maybe my children will like it. And we can also use this for like narration purposes, I think, as well. So yeah, I decided to pull this back out. And of course, Emily Dickinson is just a classic literature poet. And so yeah, I decided to pull this back out. The next book that I've pulled out for the month of February for history is just the Story of the World, Volume 1. I actually purchased this quite a while ago. However, my children were a little bit too young when I first tried to introduce it to them, and they weren't really able to grasp anything quite as much as they can now. And so I've decided to bring it out again, and it's actually been quite interesting, even to me to read. So yeah, that's what we are kind of reading for our science. We do not have like a formal science curriculum, so we basically at this time just stick to like good literature that is about history. And so yeah, this is what we are reading. Now moving on, I purchased this Odd Science human body one for $6 at Giant Tiger here in Canada. If you're from the US, you obviously probably won't know what that store is, but anyways, basically they have a bin of like discounted books, and sometimes we find some cool things. And so I just found this Odd Science, and honestly it's not really in depth, it's just kind of like facts about science, but my kids have always been interested in like just random science facts. They really like the National Geographic books. I can't remember right now what they're called, but it's just like random facts about the world. And so I found this one for $6, and I thought, why not pick it up? I picked it up a while ago, but it was kind of pushed back and we never got to it. So I put it in our basket so that we can hopefully actually pull it out and read it, and hopefully it will just be like a fun little science book for us. So these next books I just pulled out because we are approaching the end of winter, so I figure we may as well enjoy them while it is still winter. And the first one I have is Brave Irene, and this is definitely a very good story. We have read it, but basically her mother is sick and she has to deliver a dress because her mother's a seamstress, and she just goes through this journey that kind of tests her faith and courage, and it's just a really good, rich story. So yeah, we are going to be pulling that out for this month and reading it a few more times because I just think it is such a good book for kids. So yeah, that is another book that we are reading this month. So this last book that I'm pulling out for the month of February is this Hibernation Station. This is just a super cute picture book for kids about hibernation. So I will show you guys the illustrations, because what drew me to this book is the beautiful illustrations in it. They are just very well done, very beautiful, and yeah, I just think they're really nice to look at. I'm trying to find one for you guys. So it's just very beautiful, like beautiful in terms of the illustrations, and it's a very aesthetic book to read, and it's also just a really cute story. So I just love finding books like that are just very aesthetic and beautiful. And so I always have as well some sketchbooks for my daughters so that they can draw pictures while we're reading the stories. And I usually try to like encourage them to draw a picture of the story or like relating to it, but if not, they can just draw, kind of like free drawing while we read. It just keeps them occupied. So if you have children that you are homeschooling and you're like, how can I get them to sit through read alouds, I would definitely recommend like sketchbooks, Play-Doh, just anything kind of hands-on to keep them busy. So I thought I would quickly share the book I am reading as well. I am not someone who speed reads, so I can't sit here and give you guys a list of books that I'm going to read this month, because that's just not me. I take my time and highlight things, write things down, all of that. And so but anyways, this is the book I am enjoying, For the Children's Sake by Susan Schaefer. Macule. If I pronounced that wrong, I apologize. But anyways, yeah, this was a really recommended book to me if you are like trying to learn about the Charlotte Mason approach. So I have actually been really enjoying this book and would definitely recommend it to moms or just parents who are interested in learning about the Charlotte Mason approach. So yeah, that is what I am currently reading in our homeschool. So those are all of the books that we are reading in the month of February in our homeschool. Hopefully this video gave you guys some ideas and maybe you heard of some books that you previously have not heard of yet. So yeah, that is what we will be reading. I hope you enjoyed this video, and definitely don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you're not yet subscribed for more homeschool and motherhood content. I will see you guys in the next one.